Well, it's been a quiet week from Mojang. We've barely heard a peep, but here on Friday, out of the blue, it is pre-release number 5 for Minecraft 1.19.1. And today we also got around a minute of new footage of Legends, which I'm going to be talking about later on in this video. And last week we had pre-release 4, which I didn't cover because there were just a few small things which we're going to start with at the beginning of this video. And here it states that the pre-release fixes an exploit that's been found regarding contextual chat evidence when creating a player report. And I'm probably going to sound like a broken record, but I'll say it again, we're still in the development cycle for 1.19.1, and I keep seeing videos that tend to garner a little outrage about some of the things that are broken and can be exploited, and here we are with another pre-release patching these things out. That is what happens during the development cycle because this system isn't finished yet and 1.19.1 hasn't been released. And in pre-release 4, custom servers were given the ability to hide certain player messages from display using a new network packet. However, this doesn't delete the player chat messages from chat logs. And I do just want to say, some of these pre-release articles feel rather vague and a little bit difficult to interpret sometimes. However, this one makes quite a bit of sense. Insecure chat messages are now logged in the server with a prefix not secure. And the order of chat messages are now going to be cryptographically verified. This means that when sending a player report, they'll be able to verify the order in which chat messages were actually sent. So that was pre-release 4, and now let's move on to pre-release 5. And this one, once again, has fixes for known exploits regarding the player reporting system. And there are also a whole bunch of changes to chat, which we're going to look at now. So when typing a message into chat, you'll now see the status of it in the bottom left, where you can see it's green. If we use the say command so we can get a preview, you'll notice that the green changes to orange when I type, and that's because there is a delay between the message getting signed. So when it's green, it's officially been signed and ready to send. And next up, we got a whole bunch of changes to the chat preview system too. So there is a new chat preview setting over here, which is on send. Let's go and have a look at that. So now when I type over here, I press enter to get the preview and then enter to send the message. Chat preview previously just said on, but it now says on modified. And this is where I think things just start to get a little bit confusing. This system should really be a lot simpler to understand. And I've tried to understand the changes here, but I think what they're getting at is that the servers have the ability to modify your messages. So by reading these descriptions, the first one kind of tells you if you've got this turned off, that modified messages will be marked as insecure. And then if you have unmodified selected, you'll get a live preview as you're typing out your message to see how it will be modified. And then lastly, it's just on send. So you don't get a preview, but you can see how your message was modified. Yeah, it's all a bit bizarre, and I just feel like burying explanations like that inside of a menu isn't a great way to communicate to the player what's going on. There is also this change where hover events and click events, like clicking a link in the chat, are highlighted here. I don't really know why they're highlighted. And going back to the website, chat preview is now enabled in single player. I don't know why you would need chat preview in single player mode. And there are also some technical changes, so if any of this team message command stuff is relevant to you, then check the website, it's linked in the description. And there was one bug I wanted to bring your attention to, just in case you've also noticed there is poor audio in 1.19. I haven't personally experienced this, but you can tell the sound is pretty rotten. That's not how it should be. Here is the 1.18 sound for comparison. That is much more like normal. So if any of that affected you, then hopefully it'll be patched out and working in this pre-release. Now let's get to the Minecraft Legends news, as there is a new video out about creating a new game. This is just a little bit of a promotional piece introducing you to some of the developers, showing us some new footage, but also recycling a lot of stuff that we've already seen. So I've cut this down so that we can check out the new things. So here we actually get a couple of shots of building in action, which looks really cool. It's like you have blueprints for a sort of gate and a tower system, and then you can just plop them down. Then we also get this brief clip with a couple of mini beacons with like ghosts of mobs. They look super interesting. With this next tiny shot, we get to see the player on what looks like a retextured horse of some sort, and something there is attacking the tower. That's one of the new creatures, so seeing a little bit of action going on there. and then some more action sequences. And the best thing to do here really is to kind of slow it down, watch the clip again, and look at some of the new blocks and structures that are being introduced. There's a lot of little things to notice here and there. And that was all of the video, and the last things that we got to see were these screenshots that were quite kind of high resolution because there wasn't a lot of movement and you can see off into the distance, and there's quite a few things to draw your eye to. It looks like the game's world generation is going to be quite different and dramatic compared to regular Minecraft, but I gotta say it does look pretty gorgeous. And with that, we've kind of covered everything. So we're at the end of the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you want to keep up to date with Legends and other Minecraft related news, then be sure to hit subscribe. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon with another one. Bye bye.